Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Guests of WHHI-TV news partner, the Binya Foundation, join the show today to share the story behind Mimi's Gullah Shine and Wine, as told by three sisters from Fuskie. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So I'll let you start, Janice. Tell us a little bit about, I guess, why we're telling your story.
Okay, well, first of all, we just want to thank our partners, Tillman's Baby, for allowing us this opportunity. We want to tell our story because we have such a rich history, and the history is what we lived on the Fuskie, and so we're bringing our story to our viewing public to let them know how we actually experienced and lived and celebrated, and Moonshine was a big part of that.
And so tell us a little bit about how actually Moonshine, I guess the role it actually plays in the Gullah community.
Well, it goes back, well, again, our grandmother, Mimi. We observe all the traditions that went on. We used Moonshine in celebrating Christmas time. It was a part of the celebration, the shouting and the singing, the going to homes and visiting, and there was always homemade wine on the table along with the fruit cakes and the pound cakes and all of the traditional Gullah, feasts like the egg cone and chitlins and so forth. And Moonshine just went really well with some chitlins. And so we celebrated not only during the Christmas season, but we also celebrated during the celebration of a life. If someone passed on, then the men would be out sipping and singing and retelling the story of that loved one, while the women would be in the kitchen cooking and again sipping a little moonshine, and it was a celebration of sorts, celebrating that person's life.
Right, yeah, very neat. So what is the sisters' connection to Fuskie, I guess past and present?
Again, we are native of the Fuskie, raised, in the tradition of the Gullah culture. And even though today we are not making the moonshine and making the homemade wine, we still carry on that tradition, especially during the holidays. We go back home and we visit with our families, and we celebrate with the same traditional meals, and we also, drink wine. We may have to buy from the store now.
Right.
But we recall the good old days, the shouting and wishing, for the nostalgia of it. Wishing we could go back to those days when life was so pure and simple.
Yeah,
and
very simple.
Yes, and it was just celebrating the Gullah way. Just family. It's all about community, family, and friends. It's a rich heritage.
Just a sharing.
Yes.
Big sharing. So would this adventure, I guess, make your grandmother Mimi proud?
Oh, extremely. Mimi was a businesswoman in her own rights. She made a living off the surrounding areas, the creeks where she got her crab and shrimp, and she made her devil crabs and boiled shrimp to sell to the tourists from Savannah. She made a homemade wine from the plums and the blackberry, and and then, of course, the moonshine that she had for her selected customers.
Right.
And it was a way of making a living as well. She sold it to the locals, and so it was a financial gain
endeavor for her
yes.
as well.
So, she would be extremely proud of us now that we are in the business.
And so basically, how are you continuing the business?
How are we continuing the business? Well, thanks to Tillman's Baby. We are telling our story, and we'll, putting our labels on the wine and the other products.
And you're making those products? Or you're having them made?
Yes.
Okay, and sort of in the fashion that Mimi had them?
Yes.
That's very neat. That's very neat. It's a very neat story. So with regards to Tillman's Baby, Jeff, tell us a little bit quickly about that.
We have a liquor store here in Hilton Head called Sea Pines Liquor, and Bernie Fuskie and my partner and myself have decided that we would be honored to take this project on with the Gullah, and we're going to have 4 products available. Will be the old Red Eye Moonshine, which will come in the jug.
Right.
And then there'll be a Black Spirit, which will be a blackberry moonshine available in the decanter.
Okay.
We'll have a regular bottle of what's going to be called Fuskie Mystique, and it'll be a secret.
That'll be the secret.
It'll be available in about 4 months, and
Okay,
then
great.
we'll have some blackberry moonshine wine available for Thanksgiving.
Well, that's wonderful,
Yes.
and congratulations, girls. This looks like a great project for you, and
Yes.
hopefully everybody gets to taste some of that.
Yes, yes, most definitely.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very
And we
much.
thank you so much for joining us on today's Talk of the Town.